Global Terrorism Index ranks Ipob and Nigeria among world's 10 deadliest terror groups. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post hot juicy news update. Please click on the notification bell. Although Sahara reporters could not ascertain the yardstick or the index models for the arrival at the conclusion, the report said Ipob was responsible for 57 deaths in the year 2022 from 40 attacks with 16 persons injured. Now this is exactly what Ipob should have foreseen before doing anything that was going to make them rank them anywhere as terrorists. You don't shell it. Let's find out more the news in detail. The Global Terrorism Index, GTI, had ranked Biafran Group, the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, as the 10th deadliest terror groups in the world in 2020. Although Sahara reporters could not ascertain the yardstick or the index modules for the arrival at the conclusion, the report said Ipob was responsible for 57 deaths in the year 2022 from 40 attacks with 16 persons injured. According to the JTI report published annually by the Institute for Economics and Peace (IEP), the Islamic State (IS) and its affiliates were recorded as the deadliest terrorist groups in the world in 2022. They were followed by the Al-Shabaab, ISK, and Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam wal Muslimin (JNIM). IS, Al-Shabaab, ISK, and JNIM have remained the deadliest terror group globally for the 8th consecutive year, recording the most attacks and deaths in the world. In the chart report, IS killed 1,045 in 410 attacks with 644 injured. Al-Shabaab killed 784 in 315 attacks with 1,016 people injured. Islamic State Khorasan province ISK killed 498 in 104 attacks with 832 injured. Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam wal Muslimin JNIM killed 279 in 77 attacks with 215 injured. Balochistan Liberation Army BLA killed 223 in 30 attacks with 103 injured. The report said the impact of terrorism continued to decline in Nigeria, with total deaths falling by 23%, decreasing from 497 in 2021 to 385 in 2022. The number of terrorist attacks in Nigeria also fell considerably, with 120 incidents recorded in 2022 compared to 214 in 2021. This is the lowest number of terror attacks and deaths since 2011. The military overtook law enforcement as the most targeted group in 2020. Military personnel were targeted in a quarter of all attacks, followed by civilians at 24% and law enforcement at 18%. Despite this, half of all terrorism deaths in Nigeria in 2022 were civilians. Civilian deaths increased 78% from 2021 to 196 deaths, while military deaths dropped considerably, falling 74% from 2021 to 58 deaths in 2022. Israel continues to be the deadliest terrorist group in Nigeria for the third consecutive year. The group lethality rate increased for the first time in 2 years, from just over 3 deaths per attack in 2021 to 3.7 deaths per attack in 2022. Israel recorded its lowest number of attacks and deaths since 2020 at 57 attacks and 211 deaths in 2022, a decline of 28% in attacks and 13% of deaths when compared to the previous year. The indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, designated as a terrorist group by the Nigerian government in 2017, 52 recorded the deadliest year in 2022. They were responsible for 40 attacks and 57 deaths in 2022, an increase from 26 attacks and 34 deaths the year prior. Ipob is a separatist movement with many factions, many of which are seeking a peaceful secession from Nigeria. Boko Haram attacks almost halved within the last year, while deaths attributed to the group increased slightly from 69 in 2021 to 72 in 2022. This is the lowest number of attacks by the group for over a decade. Attacks in the state also decreased from 91 to 48 respectively, a decrease of 47%. Iswa is now the most prominent group in Borno State, recording 40 incidents that resulted in 168 deaths in 2022. Compared to Boko Haram's 6 incidents and 63 deaths, the state, however, remains the hardest hit region in Nigeria for terrorism. Accounting for 60% of all terror-related deaths in 2022, the deadliest terror attack of the year occurred in Borno State, where gunmen killed 50 civilians who were accused of informing on the terrorist movement to security forces. He took responsibility for the attack, saying it had targeted spies. Now, I am happy at the what's it called? I am happy to. How am I going to put it now? Did I just say I'm happy? No. This news is not a happy one. This is a very sad news. But the thing is that it is brought out like this. I think should I say it being brought out? I encourage it. Now, but the thing is that time where then they tell I follow for people they tell the indigenous people of Biafra when they calm down. Now they calm down. Now be this. You know, go use gra use do everything. Everything na HQ. It is true that you are being pushed. It is true that a lot is going on for you. It is true that you want to secede from Nigeria, but you don't try violence before. You know what? Waiting make you think say violence go work again. And I also understand that some of these things are not done by them. Truthfully. The report is not complete. Hesme were not included. Okay, I hope Arise TV will publish this news. I want to hear how Rafai and Reuben will spin it. I don't like Rafai because he yells so much on the program. TV presenters do not hear when asking questions or talking generally. Rafai does not care about a failure like you. And I don't start. You will also want to hear from Arise TV concerning this news too, wouldn't you? The embattled factional chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Senator Ali Modu Sheriff, has accused the government of Governor Kashim Shettima of creating and funding Boko Haram. Sheriff made the allegation while reacting to a call for his arrest and prosecution by creating the Violent Islamic Insurgency Group by the Borno State Attorney General and Commission of Justice, Mr. Kakalawa. Oh, this one is updates. Wow. My own be say me, I should know say this particular news go make some people happy. That's what I was trying to say. That's the biggest job of the century. They know where Ipob members live and do their businesses all over the world. So if Ipob is a terrorist group, let them start arresting us. It's not a joke, my dear. It's not a joke. If they spite you and you trying to react, make sure you don't do it in a manner that is going to cost you this kind of thing now. And that's why I always say, keep your emotions in check. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.